Hello, everyone, and thank you for tuning into my podcast today, Hardships to Hope, a glimpse in the life of the less fortunate. My name is Lindsay, and I will be your host. Today, I will be talking about a topic that, sadly enough, is very common among many Americans. Today's focus will be on United Way Women United, which supports the homeless women and children of Aiken, South Carolina. This subject is very emotional because Aiken, South Carolina is my home. It is very sad to see anyone in need, especially people in your neighborhood. Now that you know a little bit about my podcast, I'm just going to get right into it. I hope you all enjoy, and thank you for listening. Today, I will discuss a local nonprofit organization called United Way Women United. United Way Women United was founded in 2015 and is dedicated to transforming South Carolina through active philanthropic investment to tackle the community's challenges. This organization was created to help the homeless women and children in the South Carolina area. Funds are collected from fundraising activities to award grants to the rewarded individual. Through the grants and donations, this organization makes it possible to support those in need. The mission is to provide support in education, wealth, financial stability, and assistance in crisis. To address the hardships that homeless women and children face, the organization has many options to help. To raise money, the organization has two main events every year. The first is a gala in the spring, where grants are awarded to assist organizations working to improve the lives of homeless women and children in Aiken County. Also, in the fall of each year, a tea party benefits Aiken County's local homeless shelter with abundant gifts. In addition, workshops are held to continue improving our community and expanding leadership skills. Applicants must meet specific criteria and requirements to apply for a grant. This application has to be approved by the organization and could become complicated for those unable to provide the appropriate information. After doing further research, it has become apparent that homelessness is a form of trauma. Imagine being homeless, having nowhere to go, and having nobody to depend on. What would you do? I found that at least half of homeless mothers experience clinical depression, which requires treatment. By age 8, 1 in 3 children has a diagnosed mental health condition or developmental delay. Many experience worry, sadness, and anger. A change in environment not only has an impact on their mental health, but also on their learning, growth, and development. Healing and well-being are so important for women and children to thrive. I found that United Way Women United also has agencies connected through the organization to help. The Tri-Development Center is available through United Way of Aiken, and the Children's Place is available through United Way of Aiken as well. The Tri-Development Center's mission is to provide, promote, and coordinate community. The Tri-Development Center's mission is to provide, promote, and coordinate community services in Aiken, South Carolina for individuals with autism, spinal cord injuries, and intellectual disabilities. This agency maximizes its independence, provides a safeguard, supports human rights and dignity, achieves community inclusion, and provides education and resources to the public to live in these areas of disability. The Children's Place Agency is a child and family development center through United Way that is a hub for numerous programs supporting women, children, and families in the surrounding areas of Aiken, South Carolina. Their mission is to protect, heal, and strengthen children and families from the impact of trauma and other adverse experiences. Another agency through United Way is called Nurture Home. Nurture Home is a center for families seeking housing assistance. Some quotes from anonymous volunteers with the United Way of Aiken County include, The good Lord put us on the face of the earth to do good for others." And also, another quote states, "Remember that the happiest people are those," and the other quote states, "Remember that the happiest people are not those getting more, but those giving more." These quotes stood out to me because, as a Christian, I believe everyone has been put on this earth for a reason and purpose. The purpose being to help others. I also find this second quote relatable because I am passionate about helping people, especially when needed, especially for those in need. I remember driving down the street and spotting a homeless man and his dog. I stopped and brought them food and drinks. I could tell by the look on their faces that they were struggling and in need. I firmly believe it's a blessing to help others, which is very rewarding. Witnessing the man's appreciation of my kind gesture touched my heart. This was one reason why I chose this topic, because it is something I enjoy doing, especially in my community. I enjoy seeing other people's face light up whenever I can do something good for them, especially whenever they're in need. Sometimes just to brighten someone's day, all they need is just a kind gesture or for someone to acknowledge them. Some people wouldn't have stopped or even given them a second glance. People can be very judgmental towards homeless people out of fear, loathing, and also if they're in a hurry, it's easier for them just to not stop. It's easier not to stop. Homeless people receive conflicting reactions ranging from compassion to revulsion, as it's easy to label such individuals as dirty, violent, or on drugs. I believe the homeless community would be inspired to become better versions of themselves, as well as for their children, after being given the tools needed or learned through organizations and agencies like United Way, Women United. Thank you for tuning into Hardships to Hope, a glimpse in the life of the less fortunate. If anything stood out or inspired you, please share. I would love to hear your feedback. I look forward to hearing from everyone. Thanks again for listening. Have a great day.